Next question. Mr. A will need an amount of 1 lakh after 2 years, for which he wants to make investment in one time necessary investment right now. Only for once investment is to be made. He has a choice of two types of bonds. The details are as below. Bond X is given and bond Y is given. Two bonds are provided to us. Face value is given for each of them. Rate of interest is also provided. Years to maturity is also given. P0 is also provided. And yield means the investor's return is also provided to us. Advise Mr. A whether he should invest all his money in one type of bond or he should buy both the bonds. So whether investor should make investment only in X, only in Y, or a combination. And whatever your answer is, if so, in which quantity? So only X, then how many X security? Only Y, then how many Y security? Combination, then in that case, in what combination you should make investment? Assume that say there will not be any called risk or default risk. Like that information is given to us. Now what is the called risk? I just explained that to you. Default risk means the company will not default. That is what the default risk is. Now what is the called risk? I just explained that to you. It is something like this. From a company point of view, we understand like this. A company is having basically investments to be made in the business. The investments are like bifurcated or categorized as short term, medium term and long term. Whatever the investment that say as a company you have to make in the market, that is in the business, that should be financed appropriately. If at all you want to make investment in plant and machinery, you cannot rely on the public deposit. If you want to make investment in plant and machinery or land and building, you cannot go for the bank overdraft. Foolishness. So you should be having such a finance as per the requirement that you have in the business. So for the long term investment, you will go for the long term financing. Okay. Now for the financing, basically you have two types of option. One is the own financing and another is the debt financing. Now the company is having say a concept called optimal capital structure. Based on that concept, let us say that the company has decided to have 60% of the own financing and 40% of the debt financing. Considering the current market situation, suppose the company is issuing the debenture for a time period of 20 years and the rate of interest is offered to the debenture holders is 12%. That is what's provided to the investor. Now let us say that after 5 years, the market rate of interest is falling down just to 8%. Now the company is repenting that I have to pay huge 12% rate of interest. Even though right now the market rate of interest has fallen down just to 8%. So the company is having is bothering that unnecessarily I have to pay high rate of interest. So there is a solution to this. What kind of solution? The solution is that the company can issue the security with call feature. What does the term call feature mean? It means that at any point of time, during this 20 years, the company has right to redeem the security, not obligation. The company has right to redeem the security. So now if at all, the company is exercising the right to redeem the security, then investor will get the redemption value in between, and that amount is required to be reinvested in the market at the lower rate of interest. So The question says that assume that there will not be any call risk. It means that say these bonds does not have say the call feature. That is what it mentions. And basically we make that assumption even otherwise, unless we have been provided with the specific information that say there is any call risk. So that information is unnecessarily provided to us. I want you to tell me answer of the question that whether investor should make investment in one or investment should be made in both. That is what my first question to all of you. Friends, over here importantly we understand that discussing the answer of the question that whether to make investment in single or investment should be made in both. Let us have understanding of that. See, basically we understand that over here the information which is provided to us in which yield is same. So from the yield point of view the investor is indifferent whether to make investment in X or Y. Why? Because both of them are giving the return of same 10%. First thing. Second, for bond X the redemption period is 1 year. So if at all the redemption period is only 1 year, then the duration is also 1 year. So the duration of X would be 1 year. For Y, we understand that so the years to maturity is 4. But every year you are going to receive some amount of the interest. So we can say that the duration would be less than 4 years. Okay, it would be less than 4 years. So we can say something like this, that what we will do, we will make the computation of the duration for the security Y. If at all by chance the duration of the security Y is exactly 2 years, then in that case we will advise the investor that you should make investment only in security Y. Mostly the answer would be more than 2 years. Why? Because over here the redemption period is 4 years, so mostly it will be more than 2 years. For the security X the duration is 1 year, for Y it is more than 2 years. So basically we will combine both the securities in certain proportion so that the duration of the portfolio will be 2 years. That is the time period for which the investment should be made in order to have the immunization advantage. Please write an answer of the question. First point. In this question, comma, from an investor point of view, comma, we have to decide whether to invest in both securities or in one security. Full stop. Second point. Both securities have same yield. Full stop. Hence, from return perspective, investor is indifferent. Whether to invest in X or Y. Third, for security X, redemption period is 1 year. Full stop. So its duration will also be 1 year. Hence, entire investment is not to be made in security X. Full stop. Fourth point, we will find duration of security Y. Full stop. Definitely its duration will be less than 4 years. Full stop. We will invest in X and Y if duration of Y will be more than 2 years. Full stop. Right on heading, working note number 1. Calculation of duration of security Y. Column number 1 is year, column number 2 is cash flow, column number 3 is discounting factor, that is 10% in this example. Present value, proportion into time period. With that, so we'll make the computation of the weighted average. First year it will be 1000 into 8%. Because friends, 1000 is the face value and 8% is the rate of interest. So in the first year it is 80, second year 80, third year 80, fourth year it is 80 plus 1000, so it is 1080. We'll apply the discounting rate of 10%. Make sure friends that the present value should be equal to 936.52 which they have provided. It will be very near to that, but of course we have to make sure that last year value we will compute as the balancing figure, and so on we will make further calculation. So let us see that how to make the calculation. 10% discounting factor, first year factor is 0.9091, second year 8264, third year 7513, 80 into 0.9091, the present value is 72.73, then 80 into 0.8264, 66 rupees 11 paise, 80 into 0.7513, 60 rupees 10 paise. The last year value will be found as balancing figure, 72.73 plus 66.11 plus 60.10. So 198.94 is deducted from 936.95. So it is 738.01. We have to do it like this only to match with the values. So this is found as balancing figure. So now we understand that it says 738.01 divided by 1080. So 0.6833. That is the way the P0 is calculated. Okay. Then we'll compute the proportion. The proportion will be the present value divided by price. 72.73 divided by 936.95. So 0.0776. 66.11 divided by 936.95. So 0.0706. 60.10 divided by 936.95. 0.0641. And the last value will be found as balancing figure. 0.0777 plus 0706 plus 0641, all of them subtracted from 1, 7876. The total is 1. Proportion into time period, 0.0777. 0706 into 2, so 1412. 641 into 3, 1923. 7876 into 4, 3.1504. 0.0777 plus 0.1412 plus 0.1923 plus 3.1504, so 3.5616. So we understand that the duration of the security is 3.5616 years. Of course, this is greater than 2, and for security Y it is only 1. So investment should be made in both of them in some proportion, so that the duration of the portfolio is 2 years. Please write down with paragraph. We can find that duration of security Y is more than 2 years. Full stop. So investment should be made in a combination of X and Y, so that duration of portfolio is 2 years. Please write an answer along with me. Calculation of proportion of investment. Column number 1 is security, in that X and Y. Weight or the proportion in which we make investment. This is WX, this is 1 minus WX. Why? Because the total of the weight will always be 1. So WX is a variable assigned to the security X. So 1 minus WX is the weight assigned for security Y. Multiplying with the duration. For security X it is 1 year, and for security Y it is 3.5616 years. Weight into duration. So this is WX. This is 3.5616 minus 3.5616 WX. That is the way we have the duration of the portfolio. And the duration of the portfolio will be 2 years as given to us in the question. Right on answer. A very good question having application of the concept of the duration. So now WX plus 3.5616 minus 3.5616 WX is equal to 2, because overall duration should be 2 years. Difference of this 2 is 2.5616 transferred on the opposite side and it will become positive. This 2 is transferred on this side and it will become negative. So we understand that the WX is equal to 1.5616 divided by 2.5616. That is the way it will be calculated. 1.5616 divided by 2.5616. So 0.6098. So 96. So we understand that the weight of Y is equal to 1 minus weight of X. So 1 minus 0.6096. So 0.3904. So whatever the investment that you make, out of that approximately 61% will be in X and remaining 39% in Y. Please write an answer. Calculation of amount of investment to be made today. So we understand that it is the amount into PVIF at the rate of 10% for second year. What is the amount required? An amount is required 1 lakh. So in order to get 1 lakh after 2 years, today you have to make investment of a lower amount. 1 lakh into 0.8264. That comes to 82,640. This is the amount that you should invest today. Okay. Now that amount should be invested in this proportion. Okay. So the next working will be calculation of number of securities to be purchased. Let us understand how to calculate. Column number 1 is security X and then security Y. Column number 2 is the amount of investment into approximately 61% and the remaining. The price is already given to us in the question. Number of securities, that is amount divided by price, will give the number of securities. Let us see now investment to be made in security X and security Y. The total amount is 82,640. So what will happen? 82,640 into 0.6096. The remaining investment in Y. So 82640 into 0.6096. So 50,377. 82640 minus 50377. So it is 32,263. So this is the amount of the investment to be made. Now the price is also provided to us in the example. The price is 972.73 and 936.52. So over here 972.73 and 936.52. So we'll get the number of securities as 50,377 divided by 972.73. So 50377 upon 972.73. So 51.79. So that comes to 52 because fraction number cannot be purchased. 32263 upon 936.52. So 32263 upon 936.52. So it is 34.45. So let us say it is 35. So the investment should be made in security X and Y, like 52 of X and 35 of Y. Right on answer? Investor should buy 52 securities of X and 35 securities of Y. Full stop.